Hi guys, it's Carol from Cape Cod Cottage Garden, Zone 7A on Cape Cod, Mass. Today I'm in the vegetable garden. I have to do a few chores. I'm not sure if I'm going to take you along or not. I'm going to see how the day goes. I have a few things I have to do. One of the things I did want to show you is my potatoes. You can see them here. I'm growing them in the Bootstrap Farmer grow bags. And now, before I knew it, I turned around and they were like really tall. So I need to hill them up. So I thought I'd show you guys how to do that. It's not difficult really. Just dump your soil in and kind of shake it around, you don't want to cover all of the leaves. You want the leaves to be in the sun. But these stems, I'll turn the camera on and show you. The stems are really long. I have about that much room before the soil, so I'm going to hill them up a little bit just the leaves are sticking out. I might be able to fill this whole bag up, this orange one. This pretty tall, and the green one right here. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll show you what I'm going to do. Okay, so here's a closer look. You can see how long the stems are. So if I reached my hand in, you can kind of see that the soil surface is about the length from my fingertips to the top of my bracelets. So I don't know what that is, maybe 7 or 8 inches, maybe a little bit more, I'm not sure, 9 inches. So what I have to do is I have to take the irrigation out. I have drip irrigation in here, the brown tubing. So when you put it back in, you have to be careful just not to break all the stems off, but it's pretty easy. So I'm just going to dump the soil in, and then I'm just going to kind of shake it around a little bit and get the whole thing at the same level. And I might fill this one up right up to about, 2 inches or so below the rim, because these are above the rim now, you can see. Excuse me. So one of the reasons you want to do that is if the potatoes themselves, which grow off the stem that's underground, if it's exposed to the sunlight, it gets green. And if you eat too many, not supposed to eat green potatoes, obviously. You can still eat the potato, you just cut the green part off. But if you eat too much, it can make you kind of sick. So you want to avoid that. So that's what I'm doing today. I wish I had a cameraman. This is when a cameraman would really come in handy, because I want to show you as I do it, but it's hard to do one-handed. I am actually going to put the camera on the tripod, angle it down, and show you the best I can. It's pretty simple. Okay guys, so here we go. I just have a bucket full of raised garden mix. I'm using Coast of Maine raised garden mix. I didn't amend it. So now I'm just going to pull out the drip gently. Hope you can see what I'm doing. Save these clips. These clips are these things are just so handy in the garden. These garden staples. I go through tons of them. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of gently push let me take this tag out. Push the potatoes aside, the stems, and just dump it in. Just like that. Can you see what I'm doing? Okay. And I'm just going to kind of scoot it around the pot without breaking the leaves and the stems. Put them on this side. Half of it's going outside the pot, but that's okay. Let's see. And then just kind of separate them. They'll get all bunched together. Let me see. Actually, I think I can even put more, because there's still a lot of stem left. There we go. Even if you bury a little bit, a couple of them, it's okay. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm going to stop there, I think, because there are a couple of lower ones I don't want to completely bury. When they grow a little taller, I'll put some more in. So now just to replace this is where you kind of have to be careful. Let's see. So this is the same 6-inch, quarter-inch brown emitter tubing with holes, emitters every 6 inches. I run this, I just upped it from 20 minutes every other day to 30 minutes every other day. I put in a lot more crops recently, and it has been a lot warmer here on the Cape. It was like we had 2 solid beach days. I got sunburned, I was bad, but it was like 85. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't that hot. It was probably like 80-ish. but it felt really warm. And then we just carefully put your stake in so you don't hit anything. And that's it. Now I'm just gonna do the other two. Okay, so I'm all finished. And just for your information, I planted these, I think some of them I got from Johnny's, the Yukon Gold were from Johnny's, the Russian banana fingerlings were for fruition, and these were potato seeds. So little potatoes with sprouts on them. That's what I planted. I didn't have slips or any green showing. I planted these on April 17th, and today is May 15th. So about a 1 month, that's how much they grow. So that's a lot. They grow pretty quickly. And the other thing you might be curious about, these bags I got from Bootstrap Farmer. These are 7-gallon bags, and I put about 3 potatoes in each one of these bags, and this is what they produced. So I have 3 there. Let me show you over here. I have 3 more over here, and then 3 more over there. So 9 altogether. And then I realized I had a whole nother bag of banana fingerlings that I forgot to plant. So I had 1 extra bag, and then I just took this big tub. But gosh, I don't know. I probably planted 8 or 9 in there and maybe 6 in there. I just shoved them in. So I don't know if these will do as well. So I was gonna end the video there, but it's kind of short. So maybe I'll take you on my next little project that I'm gonna do today. I'll give you a little hint, and then I'll set up the camera and show you what I'm doing. So out here, I don't know if you guys know it, but I bought a David Austin rose. This one is the Generous Gardener. There is one bloom, but it's a little droopy. Let me show you. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh, and the fragrance is gorgeous, but it does have buds all over it. I gotta get it in the ground. This one's called the Generous Gardener. So I'm gonna put it right on my arbor here. I don't know if you can see Mr. Hubby bought me these lights too for Mother's Day, so I was happy about that. So I'm digging the hole, and of course, just like it is here, I'm running into almost, gosh, it's like a tree stump. Look at that thing. See that thing? It's about 6-inch diameter wide, but I'm working around it, and rocks and all that good stuff. So that's where I'm gonna put it. So I guess I'll take you along with me for that. So did you guys notice while I was planting potatoes, I was wearing gloves? Yay me! I'm trying to be better about it. I just really like my hands in the dirt. What can I say? I'm not wearing a mic, so I hope you can hear me. So right now I'm just trying to get some of the rocks out. Give this plant the best start I can. If you guys don't have one of these, I don't know what it's called. It's a giant heavy pole. Is it a pickaxe? I don't know. But it works awesome. Can you believe it? If I only had $1 for every rock I take out of this soil, I could buy all the plants I ever wanted. Okay, let me see. This thing's wicked heavy. You just get some of the dirt out. Roses, you want to plant a really wide hole, so like twice the size. Hold on, twice the size of the container it's in. Rocks, rocks, rocks. Story of my life. Not only that, there's like a tree growing underground. It's not just a normal root. We ran into that problem big time when we were trying to put this post in. It literally took us like 6 hours to get this one post in because of that tree that's growing right underground. And there's no trees really close to here, so it's an old root. I think it's a cedar tree because the root isn't broken down at all. You would think it would just disintegrate once it's chopped on, but nope. It's solid and it's down there. It smells like cedar, so maybe. Let's see. This soil, although it is very sandy, it's a little better than normal right here. This is kind of the middle of the yard, so it's probably had grass growing here for quite a while and it broke down to nice soil. And I wouldn't say nice soil, just not totally sand, still sandy, see it. All right, let me put the pot in and see if we're deep enough. Let's see. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. I did it like so the top of the soil is about 3 or 4 inches below the surface of the ground because I want to put a little planting mix in the bottom because of my sandy soil. I'm going to dump that in. Might need a little more. Might have to get another bag. Let me see. And I did have my, if you can see, I don't know if you can see it from there, but the hardware cloth, I just cut it and bent it up because the hardware cloth came right out here. So let me see now. I think I need a little more soil. Don't break off any buds. Yeah, just a tiny bit more. Oops. Let's go get into the bag. So, hang on. Do I have a bag in there? Yes, I do. I'm just going to run to the shed. Okay. You guys have one of these? I think people call it a hori-kori or whatever, but mine isn't like a real one. It's just Fiskars. Can you see that? It has like these sharp edges and has this too. I love this. I use it for everything. I even use it for opening bags of soil. I don't know about where you guys are, but the pollen down here has been really brutal lately. And it's wreaking havoc on my asthma. So I'm really junky. So sorry I keep coughing. It's as annoying to me as it is to you, I'm sure. A little bit more in. Okay. That should be good. Just gonna check it one more time. So I want to be sure. Gently. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Ow. Ow. Getting me a little bit. Okay. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of biotone. You know the drill. A little biotone. I'm not going to do my normal like soak the whole pot thing. I'm going to soak the whole a little bit. I watched on David Austin how they planted, because these are not inexpensive roses. I think that one was either $50 or $60. I can't remember how much, but it wasn't cheap. So I kind of want to plant it correctly. So I'm going to go and get my hose. Hang on a second. I should have all this stuff ready before I film, but that is not the way I fly. Oh, for goodness sake. Mr. Hubby shut the water off. Hang on again. This would be Carol's comedy hour. I'm back. This is my hose link. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but they're awesome. I'm not sponsored or anything, of course. I'm not a very big channel, but I love it. I think Mr. Hubby got me this for Mother's Day last year, maybe. I can't remember. I love what he got me this year. He got me the lights for my garden and also a gorgeous water fountain in my Buddha bed. I may have already showed you it. I'm not sure. Whew. Okay. Now, as you can see, I have grass growing all around here. I am gonna, after I plant the rose, I'm gonna put down some cardboard, and then put some mulch over it just to keep the weeds down. Because eventually in front of my arbor gate here, I'm gonna do some kind of stone pathway. I just don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I have some leftover flagstone. I might drop that in and see how it looks today. I don't know, I'm still thinking about that. I really don't want to use the flagstone because I wanted to use like natural stone. But I have the flagstone, so I've been spending so much money on this garden. If I could save a little bit by using what I have, that would probably be wise, but I'm getting off track. So let me get the rose on the ground. Okay. So I'm gonna plant it at a slight angle towards the arbor. So let's see. This is a big, big pot. So let me take this off first. Oh goodness, I gotta get my, hang on. Let me take the tag off. This actually is a quite fragrant rose. I wasn't sure, but now that there's a couple of blooms on it, I mean, it's delicious smelling. I'll show you. It says, The Generous Gardener. It's an English climbing rose, David Austin, obviously. It says best for fragrance, so it's a medium climber up to 15 feet. Now my arbor, actually that's one thing I was concerned with. My arbor is a little bit short. It's hard to tell probably from the videos, but I think it's only like 7 feet tall maybe. So if this thing grows and comes down, I'm gonna have to do a lot of pruning. I can only hope, right? Pale pink color, medium-sized bloom, repeat flowering. The fragrance is strong, old rose, musk, and myrrh. Zones 4 to 11. Sun or partial shade. So yeah, I'm excited. Okay, I'm reading the directions. Actually, I'm doing it. Oh, it says to put the base of the stems 2 inches below the top of the hole. A spade full of compost, sperming the rose lightly, water well. Okay. It says it recommends planting with David Austin mycorrhizal, I never can say that, mycorrhizal fungi, and feeding with David Austin rose food. I don't like to feed my roses till after they bloom. I'm gonna wait till after it blooms and then I'm gonna feed it. I did put some biotone in there. All right, so let's get this thing in the ground. I hope it's deep enough. Okay. I think it is because there's a bunch of mulch on the top of this actually. The soil level is lower, so let's get it out. I might have to water it in a little bit to get it out. You know, when I do these videos and I hear myself back, I'm so wordy. I just wish I would stop talking, but I'm just incapable, apparently. Okay. But I think I am getting a little better. If I have to give myself a little pat on the back. When I go back and I look at my first video that I ever did, oh my gosh, I was so awkward. Even worse than I am now. I mean, we all know I'm weird, but wow, that's a lot of mulch. Don't break the... Ooh. I'm gonna loosen the... This is super dry, guys. I want to soak it so bad. Like soak it in the bucket. Because I watered this and it's dry. But I feel like if I soak it, it's gonna fall apart. It's very loose, mulchy type soil. So let me stick it in the hole. Okay, on a slight angle. Actually, that is a little deeper, so I think we're good. Oh, I want to water it. I'm just gonna give it a little water. It's so dry. I'll water it again after, but I just have to soak this a little bit. I should have soaked it in a bucket. But the type of soil that's around it, it would have all just fallen apart. It's like bark mulch. This is riveting, isn't it? Okay. So I am going to put a little bit of my own soil back in, even though I hate it. I have it here in the wheelbarrow. You try to get the top, that sand, really sandy stuff out of the way. Underneath was a little, like the first stuff we took out was a little more like good, I don't know if you can call it good soil. Oh my God, it's sand. I'll just put a little in. Okay, here we go, folks. I want to try to move quickly so it doesn't get too shocky. So if I stop talking, that might help. Okay. I tried to get most of the rocks out of here, but I didn't get them all. I've never grown a climbing rose before, like a lot of stuff in this yard. I feel like I keep saying that, but it's true. That's when I said I'm a novice gardener. And we're going to learn together. If you want to come along for the ride, you can learn from my dumb mistakes and not do the same thing. And of course, I'm always open to, you know, constructive criticism and help. If you see me doing something really bad. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to use soil for the rest. It looks a little deep to me, but that's what I said to do, so I'm going to do it. Okay. Probably should have put my mic on, guys. Sorry. I hate the mic. It's a pain in the neck. And it's really not windy today, so I'm hoping you can hear me. Just got to get it around the back. Can you guys see what I'm doing? I am the worst camera person. Okay. Firm it in a little bit. A little bit more. I don't want to kill this plant. I was on the local, I don't get on Facebook, I hate Facebook. But I was on the local Facebook group. I just go on to look at the local gardening stuff. And so many people lost plants this year. We had like a really warm January. We had a cold snap right after Christmas. Then we had a really warm January, like really warm. And then we had like below 0 in February for a couple of nights. And it zapped a lot of our plants. So Cape Cod is known for its hydrangeas. I mean, it's like so beautiful. Last year was a good year. I think this year we're gonna have barely any blooms, which is really too bad. And honestly, I planted like, 1, 2, 3, probably 20, 25 hydrangea. Oh, probably more than that. I forgot about the pinnacle hydrangeas I planted. I probably planted 20 mop heads and probably another 15 pinnacle hydrangeas. The pinnacles are gorgeous. They're doing great. The mop heads, I think I lost a lot of them. I don't know. It's really bad. So I'm going to move the camera and show you, because now I'm going to try, if I can, to weave this into the trellis a little bit. And then we'll be done. I'm going to put some mulch on it. Hey guys, it just got windy, so you might hear some wind noise. Sorry. So I thought I had little clamps. I thought I bought them, but I guess I didn't. I'm gonna have to order some, but Mr. Hubby had these, so I'm just gonna use these little ties to try to tie up my rose bush. Where are my gloves? Oops. Okay. I'm always working in such tight little confined areas. I need to give myself more room. All right. So the other thing about this trellis, it's only 24 inches wide. I kind of wish it was wider, because, you know, I want to make the rose go laterally like that, like S's, so I can get some really nice lateral shoots and lots of blooms, hopefully all the way up and down. We'll see. Time will tell. For right now, it's too short to do any of that, so I'm just going to kind of pull it over to the trellis just so it starts going up like that. As you know, roses, climbing roses, if you don't attach them to the trellis, or weave them through the trellis, they're just gonna grow into these big bushes and be floppy. I mean, they're not like regular vining plants that climb, that have like, you know, they wrap around. They don't do that. So let's start with this one because it's so pretty. I'm just gonna kind of loosely, oh my gosh, this is not easy to do with gloves on. Just gonna go like this. Give it a little twisty tie. I can't do it with gloves. You know, not super tight. Just kind of giving it direction like that. Let's see. I have this one way over here. I'm gonna have to wait till it gets longer to bring it over because I don't want to break it. See this piece right over here? This piece I can probably get over here. Let's see. If you hear a tractor in the background, I don't know what my neighbor's doing. My neighbor's doing something in their yard. They have a tractor over there. So sorry if you hear that noise. There we go. I don't like that that's so close to the, I want it to bloom. It's gorgeous. It's 70 degrees. Not as hot as it's been. It's absolutely beautiful. Can I get this one over there somewhere? Maybe like right here? Let's try it. You know I'm going to pick myself because I don't have gloves on. Oops. These are really too short to try to do anything with besides just attach them so they grow in the direction of the trellis. I just put those gardening gloves in my mouth. Blah. Full of dirt. I have a mouthful of dirt now. There's not a true gardener out there that hasn't eaten buckets of dirt by now. There we go. This one I'm going to have to wait on. There's no way. I don't want to break it. Maybe I can get this one over here though. This one's too short. Yep, too short. This one's growing that way already anyway. Okay, I guess that's all I'm gonna do. I have 4 stems attached. Did I attach this one? That one's just going. I wonder if I should attach it. I'm gonna just attach that last one now. I have to go to work. I'm so sad. I want to stay down here. The weather has just been beautiful. It's just been, oh, heaven. But I must go to work, so I have to leave. I'm so jealous because my husband and my daughter get to stay. But I'm being bratty now. But anyways, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me fix the camera. There we go. So what did we do today? What did we accomplish? I got the potatoes hilled up and I got my David Austin planted. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to try to get a few more things in before I have to leave. So but for now, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching and listening to my rambling. So annoying. Oops. But anyways, till next time. Bye-bye.